Now, I got hit up by some alleged Funkmaster Flex associates or fake spam accounts talking about get your facts right. We hear you talking. Get your facts right. Really? You hear me talking? Get my facts right? Are you serious right now? 'Cause that's like a joke. Let me get to the gist of it, man. I ain't gonna make this long. Funkmaster Flex, and I mean Funkmaster Flex, right? He goes and makes this video, and it's a bunch of inaccuracies, a lot of half truths, and that's what these dudes do. You got DJ AK do the same thing. They run misdirection on you and take you off point of the subject to tell a narrative, and then they just out of the blue decides to come and take shots at Dame for no reason. Okay, cool. You want to take shots at Dame? All right. Dame didn't do nothing. Then all of a sudden you tell a bunch of lies talking about Jay. It's like, dude, you throwing a lot of half truths out there. You bringing up Kid Capri and you big up in him. When you just in a beef with Kid Capri this year, he don't rock with you. And you talking about Big Cap, and you basically left Big Cap and did him dirty. You did Big Cap dirty, knowing that you got everything from Big Cap. Now you big up in Big Cat. Rest in peace, Cap. You know what I mean? Then you see Ludacris come out, right? And post a photograph of him, LL, and Leo talking about Def Jam Family 2000. First off, why are you getting involved? That's the thing. Now Def Jam and Luda, they the one brought Luda on there, gave Luda a home, and Luda came in and did his thing, and yeah, he had a great run up there. Then they gave him a boatload of money at Universal, which owned Def Jam. He left for like 4 years, came back and did Ludaversal. But Luda, you had to go to Hollywood to get your money. Realistically, let's talk about it. You had to go to Hollywood and do them Fast and Furious to get your paper. That's why you left hip hop and you left rap. If it was so great, you wouldn't have been gone 4 years, dog. You wouldn't have took no 4 years off. And you saw them boys took the spot and was running with it. Drake and them, you thought they was gonna fall off. Drake and them was running it. So you came out, you dissed Drake and them and all that stuff, and then you left the game. And them boys was running it from here on out. And ever since then, I don't see you around too much no more. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, you jump in something you ain't got nothing to do with. So you just exposed yourself in the situation to the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying? That's what that's what people do. They go grab people like they go run and grab people and throw them out there. Like if somebody say somebody ain't racist, they go grab two black people that they cool with and throw them out there. That's disrespectful. Mike Geronimo responded to Flex like, "Look, dog, you better put some respect on my name. I'm gonna have to come see you. If you got a problem with me, dog, we can talk about it." Jay-Z, let me address something to you so you guys will know the truth. He's talking about some, they ain't gonna tell you this. Dog, they spoke about it all. This stuff been discussed. I've spoken on it. They was on the Puffy tour. It's like he heard my video and decided to start talking. Dog, they got it from the DJ there and bought it from him. They bought Hard Knock Life off of there. So what was the point of that? What was the point? So what? They bought the beat. Dash was smart enough to understand that beat was tight. And they went and bought it off of him. 45 King made the beat. He had to break. What does that mean? Like, so that's where they got the beat from. What is that exposing? See, they never talk about that. It's like they've already talked about it. When they was like, how did y'all get the beat? That's been discussed. You try to make it look like you revealing something. It's like, dog, this is old news. Like 30 years ago, old. Like everybody knows this. I mean, didn't Volume 2 just turn like what, 20? Then he talking about they was paying Def Jam, them culture vultures, y'all was paying them to advertise your video. Stupid. They had other deals on the table. Def Jam wanted to sign them as on bring them aboard. Sorry. They were in negotiations. They made themselves hot. They didn't come there and beg Def Jam to do anything. They was gonna pay themselves to get the exposure being on the soundtrack. Def Jam wanted to sign them over there as the company because they didn't want Jay-Z. as an artist when they could have had him as an artist, but now they have to take Rockefeller as a whole just to get Jay-Z. So they had to take the entire label, so they partnered with Rockefeller. And this is before Hard Knock Life. This was on the strength of Ain't No Nigga. They was at the table. Because they already had Foxy. Jay was already working with them. Because he was writing for Fox. But you didn't talk about that. They had a whole team of writers over there for Foxy Brown. Jay was one of the writers. Smooth the Hustler. They were all writing up there at Def Jam. But they didn't give Smooth the Hustler a deal, and they didn't give Jay-Z a deal. But they could write for Fox. Once Ain't No Nigga pop out, and the record is hot, now everybody want Foxy Brown. Now everybody want Jay-Z and Foxy and all this. Now they want Jay-Z to come along. So it wasn't that they come there with a bag begging. Come on, please. Stop it. You make yourself look pathetic. You already have no credibility no more. Your credibility's gone. Your whole thing is suspect now. The way that people look at you, they don't even respect you no more. Your legacy is dirt. Now you over here jumping up, bagging Cohen. Luda, come on, man. Stop. Why do other people feel they need to get involved when the situation didn't respond to them? To take up for Leo. Leo got her own mouth. Let him talk for himself. And Luda, you're not even in the game no more. You see what I'm saying? You're not even in the game. So why are you even making a remark? You're not even in the game no more, Luda. Somebody who ain't even in the game comes right in and decides to jump right in and chime in at that time. Why wasn't you posting this picture of you, Leor, and LL Cool J way back in the day? And I love the way Flex, yeah, we talking Slick Rick, we talking Kevin Lyles. Kevin Lyles got Trey Songz at Atlantic. He did all these things at Atlantic. He didn't do nothing. Is Kevin Lyles responsible for Bruno Mars? No. You just undermined all those powerful women out there who's making things happen over there at Atlantic too. You just undermine them. Giving him credit for Cardi B. Come on. Talking about all these guys like they were innovators. Please. And Julie, now you really need your butt whooped for that. Pull up the numbers next time you do that. Pull up the numbers. Because I don't believe it. I'm not wrapping gifts for Christmas this year. I'm just handing people stuff. And I'll be like, look, here you go. Y'all go have fun. I'm like straight putting stuff in people's hands. I ain't wrapping nothing this year. I ain't wasting my time on wrapping paper at all. Straight up. He's always been a clown. We ain't gonna mention Flex. We ain't gonna mention the How to Be a Player party. We ain't gonna mention that. We'll put that in the vault. We'll put that in the vault. But since pictures are popping up, the picture with you and Africa Bambaataa, how you advocately stand next to Africa Bambaataa against these allegations. Post a recent picture of you and Africa Bambaataa together. Mr. C and his late night activities. You adamantly defended him. Adamantly defended Mr. C. But you go on the radio and tear down R. Kelly. You posted up with Bambaataa. But dissing R. Kelly. He did this, ladies and gentlemen. Talk about those pictures. Talk about those pictures that posted. What does that mean? Dames ain't bothering nobody. You know what Dame doing? He's trying to run his own businesses without being sabotaged. See, this game is ran by saboteurs now. Remember, there's never been this spamming problem. We never had this bug issue. We never had none of all this crisis going on here at YouTube till somebody walked through the door and said, hey, can I have a job? And once that person came through the door, it's been nothing but hell. Is that a coincidence? Everywhere this person then went in the past 20 years, it's been loss of money. I'm saying, where's the statue of respect that you gotta have for certain people? Flex was begging people to listen to him. Yo, listen to me, son. Yo, son. Listen, son. Listen. When I come on the air, won't y'all come to the station? People used to respect Flex because he was taking credit for everything Cap was doing. Cap would put him on and make sure he wasn't out there crazy. Cap was doing that. Leo Cohen is what he is. He's an A&R. He's a president of a company. They're all vultures. To single him out and say, oh, well, Leo is a culture vulture. Well, he's one of them. If that's the case, Dame did things that's wrong. Leo did things that were wrong. Dame, in his estimation, he tried to help people. It didn't work out. Ultimately, he did some things that didn't go, in his favor, that he probably shouldn't have done. Oh, well, that's happened. He's got to live that down. He's been living it down. He's moved on. You know who holding on to it? Flex. Because he ain't got nothing else to talk about. He ain't got nothing else to talk about. Why don't he talk about how they put the vacuum cleaner up his butt and sucked off 30 pounds and he's still fat? He could talk about that. Why would they speak on Young Buck's situation? That's Young Buck's situation that they don't feel like getting involved in. That's a very uncomfortable situation. Do you see Lloyd Banks as the kind of guy that will end up doing something like that? See, these are not the guys. These are not the guys in which you do that with. You know what I'm saying? They're not. What's up, Mr. Norman? Oh yeah, if you guys want to make a donation to the page, definitely you can click the link in the description box and do that. But see, here's the problem that I got with the whole situation. Everybody involved knew what was going on at Def Jam, right? He big up Slick Rick. He big up everybody. Slick had problems with him. LL had problems with Def Jam. Method Man had problems with Def Jam. Redman had problems at Def Jam. Everybody you name, Foxy had problems with Def Jam. Everybody they mentioned, LL had problems with Def Jam. Everybody, problems. Everybody they named. So why he trying to big up people, he's not giving you the story behind it. and talk about they never bring up Irv Gotti. What do you mean? Irv Gotti, Irv Gotti had DMX, Jay Z, and Ja. You saw Irv more than you saw Dame at that point. They was talking about Murder INC. And you see Irv Gotti all the time. You hardly saw Dame. People thought Irv Gotti, Jay Z was his artist. Irv, the guy that Leor Cohen took credit for all the work, Irv was the guy really doing stuff. Now, one thing I could say about Leor is he actually loved the music. Like Leor Cohen really loved hip hop music. Like he actually go in there, listen, and he was really in tune with everything. But Leo is about making money. If he see an opportunity to make some money, he gonna make some money. He ain't there for no, the culture and this and that. If Leo sees some opportunity and he can make some money, he gonna make some money. See, I don't understand. People just, they get caught into this vulture thing. They be like, dude, you taking up for Leo. I'm not taking up for anybody. I'm not taking up for Dame. I'm not taking up for Leo. I'm not damn sure not talking about Flex. But I'm saying, look, both guys were in the wrong. Both guys did things wrong. Dame did moves that was wrong, and Leo punished him for it. I see that. Dame should have never went up at Def Jam offices with cameras doing what he did. The fact that Jay didn't want to deal with Dame at the time was more of a Jay-Z decision than it was Leor Cohen's them decision. They been wanted him to get rid of Dame and Biggs. Because they was like, well, Jay, you don't need them. They took Jay-Z on trips out of town, taking him to Kirk and Caicos and all the. And Jay want that life. He lusted for that. Going to Ibiza with Leor and all this stuff and learning the game. He loved that. Leor saw Jay as somebody he could work with. So he the one that got Jay the deal over there and was like, why don't you come over here and we got a deal for you and get off that label, get off Def Jam. He the one got him off Def Jam when he left. And left Jay-Z as the president. He got Jay out of there. They said, okay, Def Jam's done. Let's come over here now. I got you a deal over here. Jay did the Blueprint 3 over there, which was his most expensive album. He had to pay like $20 million back to Def Jam so he could be released. They had to take the hyphen out of his name. In case you don't remember, if you do, Jay-Z just got the hyphen back in his name. His imprint, it was Jay with the Z in there with no hyphen. That hyphen was worth a lot of money. You guys didn't know that. So after it went through a couple of years of the process, now he's Jay-Z with the hyphen back in there. It's part of his publication. I'm always sleepy, Joe. I came out my slumber because of this doggone fake Funk Master Flex email they keep sending me talking about get your facts straight. Dog, we been knowing about Flex. He'd do anything for a bag. But I'm trying to figure out why would Luda get involved. Luda had no business jumping in. It's like for what? You're ludicrous. Like what would you need to get involved? Happy holidays. I don't know about none of them two dudes really. Poe and all that stuff. I don't deal with that. I don't even know yet. I got a lot of stuff to do. No, they can't. It's done. No, Luda talking about he posted a picture of him, Leor, and LL talking about, throwback 2000 with him and Leor Cohen in there. It's like, why are you trying to put a picture of you and Leor in there for? What was the purpose of that? What was your message in the middle of this Dame Dash crap? With Flex. And my thing with Flex, well, if you want to talk to Dame, do it face to face. Why are you bucking when you know he always bucking for somebody giving him a bag? Everything this dude touched and failed. He messed up the MTV money. They gave him two car shows. The one car show failed. Yo, we gonna fix the rides up. So he fixing up old schools. Next thing you know, he mess up that show. They give him another bag because he was kissing up yet again. His wife mysteriously leaves him. He gets a charge for beating up a female DJ, smacking her and throwing her money in her face. Why don't he never talk about that? Why he talking greasy? Why don't he ever mention that? The domestic the domestic charges. Your wife left you amid to you having weird activities with you and Mr. C. Amidst the weird activities with all these things coming out about Mr. C. All of a sudden, your wife just ups and leaves you. It's crazy timing. You on the radio fighting for Mr. C, but you wouldn't fight for your marriage. That's pretty weird. Why don't he talk about that on his show? Why don't he talk about that? The only time he ever fought anybody, they were women. Why don't he talk about that? Anytime a dude has pressed him and was like, yo, we gonna talk, you start trembling. The super tough guy ain't there no more. Go listen to his interviews. When he's talking to some females or somebody, he talks like a woman. Ow. And I was very, very nervous. What? Like, what? What happened to the guy who was, yo, I'm coming up there? What happened to him? Why did your energy change? They gave Luda his last bag. He came and got his last bag when he made Ludaversal. Basically, Universal paid him his last bag. Come back 4 years later and do an album. But at Luda, you was banking like that and making all that money. Why did you go to Hollywood? You ain't get all that money. You start doing them Fast and Furious. You start making like 20 million a film. Vin Diesel got you paid. I said this wasn't gonna be long, but Jesus Christ. I just looked up and it was like 38 minutes down. I'm like, damn. Wasn't supposed to go this long. Yeah, so when y'all talk to Flex, ask Flex why he don't talk about these things. He talk about everybody else. Talk about it, Flex. I'm gonna check and see who donated to the page too. No, Hot 97 is good. You know what I'm saying? As far as the show. I mean, his segments suck. Only thing is good when he lets some real MCs come up there and freestyle. But other than that, we don't really see too much other than. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes the studio send people up there. Like MGK, studio sent them up there. They had Designer up there that day, and Designer had that horrible freestyle. And Flex sitting over there looking dumb and stupid. Not everybody could come up here. It was like, then what the hell is he doing there? Because he damn sure should have been there. No, just you don't let them play you for the token. Why are you bucking for this dude when it ain't even your fight? Nobody put Ludacris in the fight. Nobody mentioned Luda's name. He wasn't even mentioned in the Funkmaster Flex video. And his whatever his little rant was, he wasn't even mentioned in that. And then it's not genuine. You was just hanging out with Leo or Cohen and you gonna bring up something old just out of the blue. Talking about somewhere. I'm sick of these people talking culture vote. I'm sick of it. They've been saying it for months. They've been yaying culture vulture ever since he was on the Breakfast Club. And he called them all culture vultures and this and that. They've been using that term ever since then. So it ain't nothing like, oh, everybody keep talking about it. He put out his book like almost a year ago. So what you talking about? I'm watching boxing, some boxing fights. I watch everything though. I'm gonna take a nap. I'm washing clothes, taking a nap. Christmas time bring out all the stops. It's no rest city. Uh, I don't know. I don't know what I'm getting. I just know I've been given. I got a great gift. I guess that's my birthday and Christmas. That was a great gift. I should have turned the heat up. It's cold in here. I don't like sleeping in the cold. Call 911 on me for what? Man, my battery gone already? Oh, you saw my video, huh? My thing is they're both that way. If Leo are gonna act like he's too big to respond, then you should act like you too big to respond. He was on the radio station. He could have responded to Dame right there. He act like he didn't know who that was. So okay, you don't know who that was. That's cool. Now I'm yet to see his improvements to YouTube, which he's now in charge of music and everything. He's came since he's been over here. This whole year has been nothing but complaints. Stuff's been wrong, bugs. We got all this new stuff coming out, YouTube TV, all these other things that's coming in here. It's like YouTube just been hoarded out, and it is definitely not the same. It's been nothing but problems. I love when they send in the survey. They be like, can you fill out the survey of what's going on? I'll be you damn sure right I am. Where do I start? Absolutely. And that's why I won't go, Will T. That's why I won't go, Will T. Basically, that's what I'm saying. But Leo he's money hungry. He's always been that way. John, you doing something wrong. You doing something massively wrong. Nobody else had problems but you. What is the problem that you seeing over there? Because you could donate doing PayPal. You could use every method over there, just like nobody's had a problem like him yet. Well, it's some. I don't understand what kind of cards you got. It work on the other channels, but it don't work over there. That's weird. So you've never donated on this page before? Because I thought you have. You've donated over here before. Dude, I got two videos on the timeline talking about I did the Charlo fight live. You should watch the live video I do it of the fight. I scored the fight live. Then you can see how much of a genius I truly am. Meaning that Have you donated to the Stream Labs before? To donate to this page, all you have to do is click the link in the description box. We have our own super chat over here. Yeah, Mr. Sled sent his donation in, and he made a statement. Thanks for the donation. He said, "Merry Christmas. I'm sending you your donation early. I wish I could do more, but my mom is preparing for eye surgery next month, so I'm gonna have Guru take the crown this month. He's a great guy. Thank you from my family to yours." So I was curious. Did you ever do an album versus album, Black Thought, Black on Both Sides versus Common Sense, like Water for Chocolate? Two dope classic albums. I also wonder what happened to Black Star. That album was so important to hip hop. Thanks anyway. Hey, thanks for the donation, bro. I appreciate it. I don't know. I'll have to check and see if I've done that one. Last thing I want to do is make the same video twice. But definitely happy, holidays to everybody out there. I ain't seen the boss lady in a while, but you know what it is. I'm out.